Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nick Talks. A little Friday update, little weekend chat. Been a little bit here. Had to tidy some things up, both figuratively and literally. Became aware of some things that I kind of wasn't, that we'll get into in a moment. We're doing okay. We're kind of locking some things in before the holiday season, because I did a little bit of traveling. I started locking in a higher calorie diet, bumped from 3,000 to 4,000, because I figured that off 7 days a week, 3,000 just wasn't going to cut it, especially at 200 pounds. Not going to happen. I was plateauing for a long time there, and I was like, what's going on? Oh, well, probably just not eating enough, bud, right? So bumped it up to 4, but I didn't really get a chance to see if it was going to work or not before I went on vacation. Came back, and it seems to be doing pretty good so far. So I'm excited about that. Finally moving up again. And then I'm changing from 7 to 6 days in terms of intense strength training. I think that I'm going to try that for a while, and then see how it goes, and then I might start doing cardio as well. But we'll see about that. I don't like making too many changes at one time, because then you don't know what the progress is actually coming from. I like to just tweak small details individually, and then we kind of get a process from there. As far as habits go, I've been slacking. I have been slacking, my man, which is a bummer. And I didn't even realize it. It was like I woke up one day, like I literally woke up from sleeping, and at the same time I awoke as well and just saw reality for what it was. Like I've been walking through a clown house, fun house mirrors, and seemed to believe that the reflection that I was seeing was true. And then I get to the end, and there's just one real mirror, and I get to see reality for what it is. And it was like, God damn, dude. This is what you fucking look like? Horrendous. So, I thought I was doing a lot more work than I actually was. And when I look at it for what it is, I'm not really working as hard as I could be. And I'm not doing the things that I should be. And I'm not making consistent progress. And I'm just selling myself short, like I got the raw materials and I'm just sitting on the fucking beach playing with sand instead of actually building things. Yeah. So we got to kind of lock in a schedule. I got to find the biggest movers that I really don't want to do and probably tackle them first, unfortunately, or fortunately. I mean, I'm sure that future me will thank current me, but current me is not super excited about it. Well, bittersweet, if I'm honest. And part of that same revelation is this whole time, probably for at least a few years, at least a year and a half, we'll go that far, because I don't feel like tracking down exactly when. I've been believing that I am a pretty good guy that has some negative bad guy tendencies occasionally, right? That's what I thought. I was like, okay, I mean, I'm pretty good most of the time, but sometimes I'm not that great. Sometimes I mess up. Sometimes I raise my voice. Sometimes I, self-destructive, or I'm reckless, or, I have these negative traits that leak out through the chinks in my good guy armor, so to speak. But after waking up, after seeing myself in the mirror, truly, I've realized that I'm actually not that great a guy. And I just have good guy tendencies. Essentially, I'm a bad guy that tries to do good, which kind of sucks. I'm speaking of like my true nature, like what if I just let things happen, if I just let nature decide what I was going to do, who would I be, and the answer is not, I would be a good guy all the time and then occasionally have some bad guy moments. No, I think the answer is more likely that I would be a bad guy most of the time with some good guy moments. And so it kind of changes the frame of reference a little bit, changes the perspective to where it's obvious that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I can't take my foot off the gas. And I can't, it's like The Constant Gardener. Not that this is related. I understand that that's a book and a movie, neither of which I have seen or read. But essentially, I have to be in the garden all the time. I have to be there all the time, trimming the weeds and taking care of the plants that I want to grow, and really watching out for pests lurking under the leaves. Because if I don't, they're going to get in there and they're going to multiply, and then it's going to be a whole mess. And the visitors of my garden are going to not think it's real cool, and they're going to suffer, and that's not great. And the production of my garden is going to suffer. Let's take this out of the figurative. If I don't fucking get my shit straight, if I don't tighten up, if I don't stay on the ball, if I don't make things happen, and just keep my eye on the ball, then my life is worse. The people around me, their life is worse. And what could have been remains what could have been rather than what is. And I can't afford that. I can't afford to let everyone down like that, So it's good to know. It's kind of hurtful, because I've kind of had this thought my whole life of like, am I a good guy or am I a bad guy? Does my nature, the way that I was raised, by whom I was raised, the examples of what a man is supposed to be that I saw growing up, did that make me a bad person? And I was always, at war with that, and eventually, it was kind of a big moment when I realized, this is a little personal, but, we're going to go in here. I kind of realized, no, I'm not a bad person. I'm a good guy. I try. And I was like, whew, big weight off my back. And now we're kind of back looking at it accurately with things that I've learned since then. It was several years ago. And it turns out, maybe not so accurate. And if we let the chips fall where they may, it often spells doom. And so I just got to fight that all the time. Just got to fight that animal, dude. Because that's all it is. It's trying to heighten my consciousness, my conscious awareness to above primal being. But it seems obvious that my mind, my body, my everything just likes to exist in that state of animalism. In ways that when I snap out of it I'm disgusted, I'm shocked. When I see my actions, and it doesn't even have to be actions, just my patterns of thought, and I look at them from the height of a conscious being rather than an animal in the jungle, I'm like, yo, dude, what the hell, man? It's fucking terrible. It's terrible. So, we got some fucking work to do, dude. We got some work to do. I'm trying to be a good guy out here, trying to do the right thing, trying to bring more light in the world than I take out of it, right? So, but that's what we've been doing. That's been going on. Other than that, I'm trying to get this train to leave the station, baby. I'm trying to make some moves over here. I'm trying to do the work that I haven't been doing. So we'll see how it works. We'll see how it pays off. I'll let you know. Fucking try and do this every week. We know how that goes. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. And I guess I'll see you next Friday. Well, in this setting, in this format, right? Cool. Nick out.